Brennan Buck from an architecture office named Brennan Buck, located here in Brooklyn and in Los Angeles. And this is a project that we did called Slipstream, which is here at the BRIC Rotunda Gallery in Brooklyn Heights through December 21st. So as architects, we're very interested in drawing and the implications of drawing, both as an art practice and also as an architecture practice. So we deal with drawing both by hand and particularly digitally. So we're really interested in how things that you could traditionally would do with the pen or the pencil, you can now start to do in a lot of different ways with the computer. And we're trying to get beyond the typical aesthetic of super precise, cold drawing that you often get with the computer, which is what we were interested in with these drawings that we did here. So as a firm, we deal with buildings on a lot of different scales. Larger scale, we do a lot of interiors as well, and then we do projects like this which are more speculative and are a way for us to try to think about what our future work, what directions that work might go. So for this project, Slipstream, we were really interested in different artists' drawings of flow, particularly liquid flow and turbulence. So Leonardo da Vinci's drawings of water are quite famous. We were also interested in an architect named Lebbeus Woods, who has done drawings that he called slipstreaming drawings of liquid flow. And so our interest in the project was trying to replicate some of those graphic qualities of those drawings through the use of the computer. So we were dealing with lots of little lines that would kind of coalesce into flows across the page. And then from there, we were interested in turning that into a physical structure and a set of spaces. And so we looked at a type of structure called an egg crate structure, which is just where two sets of surfaces or sheets notch together. And so normally this is a grid, like an orthogonal set of connections that all happen at 90 degrees. For this project, we were interested in taking these drawings and these sets of lines and turning them into a structure which was much more dynamic and flowing. And so we essentially took one of these drawings, simplified it, and then extruded it through space and carved away the spiraling form which you see in the gallery. So once we had the drawing that we wanted to work with in the computer, as I said, we extruded it through the space and then looked at how those different lines intersected each other and essentially drew the notches where they would come together. So from that point, we cut all of the pieces on a computer-controlled milling machine, so out of thin plywood, painted them, and then essentially they all have a unique intersection, so they would only fit together in this one very intricate way, and they're assembled one after the other, and essentially built up with no glue, no fasteners, no material at all except for the plywood. And it's just through the tight connections of the notching that essentially everything stacks up and is self-supporting. As part of the design and manufacturing process, each individual piece was inscribed with a pattern of dots, which was a kind of code for us. And one set of dots indicates the color that it was to be painted, one of 8 different colors, and then the other set of dots is essentially a number from 0 through 1,400. There were originally 1,400 unique pieces. So rather than inscribing a number, which would be sort of very straightforward, we were interested in a little bit of the patterning of the dots, the kind of intrigue of what that symbol might mean. And so we can read it, but it's the order in which each piece is assembled and stacked up. My office, Brennan Buck, is located both here in Brooklyn and in Los Angeles, so it's sort of the best of both worlds for us. We're able to do projects in a number of different places, but we also have a we have a home base here in Brooklyn, in the New York area, which is great for a couple of reasons. One is that we're very interested in the academic side of design and architecture and art, and so there's a really vibrant set of architecture schools here that we are involved with. And then the other side is that there's a whole range of practitioners and creative people in Brooklyn making things in a number of different ways, some of which involve technology, some of which don't. But it's a great way for us in this area to be involved in a broader conversation of creative people and artists who are doing a lot of interesting things. So there's more information about the project online at our website, freelandbuck.com, and at bricartsmedia.org. And the show is open at the gallery here in Brooklyn Heights until December 21st.